failure.
Guys, I'm fine with being an open book. I'm fine with the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm fine being flawed. I'm fine with all the things that have happened to me that have been exposed. I'm fine with it all. I don't hide from it. I don't run from it. I don't avoid any of it. I'm fine. It's all right. It's a bed that I made for myself. I happily lay in it. And I'll be fine figuring it out, moving forward.
People think that you should be weak and you should be docile and then you should be a pacifist. He goes, no, you should be a monster. He said you should be a monster, you should be ruthlessly ambitious, and then learn how to control it. And it's that old expression, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
I did realize one thing. The things I don't enjoy that I still do, that's where growth is at. And that's, for me, the only place growth is at, is in that very uncomfortable, in that uncomfortable zone.
Yeah.
So I have to visit it every single day.
You once wanted the life you have. And if you don't like the life you have, you probably won't like the one you want but don't have either.
You need to develop this truly authentic version of yourself because, dude, people know when they're getting it.
Yeah.
And they can feel it. It's an energy. And whether it's, got the language that they like or not, it doesn't matter because authenticity is the ultimate competitive advantage because no one else can be your authentic self. So if you're trying to be like everybody else and you're trying to be a different version of Andy or Goggins or fucking Jocko or whoever you might look up to, all you are is a watered down version of that, which doesn't get the attention because the real version is that much better. So what version of you is actually you? Lay that out there and then continue to develop upon that. And that is how you become successful leader and build a brand that people resonate with.
But for the most part, you're going to run into challenges in life. And if you curl up into a ball and complain about it, that's not going to help you. And if you say, okay, cool, good, here's some adjustments I can make to move forward, that's going to be a better move than cowering.
Against the wall.
There's an expression that I've said on this podcast many times, but I'll say it again, is that hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. Soft men create hard times. We are now around soft men in hard times.
Sun don't stop for nobody, man. Sun don't fucking stop. Sun gonna be up in the morning regardless. That sun is gonna be up in the morning regardless of how I fucking feel and how depressed I am. The sun is gonna fucking shine in the morning, and at nighttime the moon gonna be there, and you gonna look up, these days gonna keep going by.
I go to all these fucking conventions, speak all the fucking time. I look in the fucking audience and these people sign up fucking every year to go to a convention, thinking they're gonna learn something fucking different. No, you're lazy. You know exactly what to do. Because even me, in my state of, I can't read and write, I knew exactly what to do. It just sucks doing it. It sucks to do it. It sucks to wake up every morning of your life and say, God, man, I'm not smart. So guess what I gotta do? I gotta study the same shit that I got one of the highest scores in the nation on, and do it again. It's not just there. It's not just there permanently for me.
The only true test of intelligence is if you get what you want out of life. And there are two parts to that. One is getting what you want, so you know how to get it. And the second is wanting the right things, knowing what to want in the first place. I could want to be a 6'8" basketball player, and I'm not going to get that. So it's wanting the wrong thing.
Yeah. I say what I think what I say. I communicate the way I communicate, and sure, there's been some people that didn't like it, but guess what? It's my fucking business. I run it the way I want, and if you don't want to work here, you don't have to.
I want my mind to know who's in charge. So for the better part of 26 years, my mind was in charge of me.
Yeah.
Which is why I made all these horrible decisions. Once you take control of your mind, you start making decisions for yourself versus your mind making decisions for you.
We're in the time of toxic masculinity, right? Where you could be toxically male. And then if you're suppressing masculinity, you're going to bring on hard times. It doesn't mean masculinity doesn't mean you're mean. It doesn't mean you're angry. It means strength. It means discipline.
When I was poor, I was pretty happy. I was okay with being poor. And now that I am rich, I'll put quotes on that, degrees, it's about the same. And so then it just goes down to, well, then the richness had nothing to do with the level of contentedness, which means that my wants in past and present and future all go into the bucket of irrelevant in terms of their ability to affect my perception of reality in the present.
Let me tell you something that happens to 20-year-old cocky motherfuckers. You think you're winning right now. You are not winning. You couldn't possibly be winning because you're 20. All right? You don't know shit. You don't know anything about life. You don't know anything about business. And the fact that you've won a little bit, honestly, is probably very fortunate. And I hate to use the term lucky, but I'll just say you're fortunate because I'm going to be polite. You need to understand that if you start to believe that you are winning now, this is the best that you will ever get.
Because it doesn't mean that you can't be kind if you're strong. But it does mean you can't be strong if you're weak.
Yeah.
If you're weak, you're fucked.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I'm done. I retire every day.
Yeah.
I'm done with this shit. And I sit around and I say, okay. And then this is my thought process. So you want to be normal. So you just want to be like everybody else that roams the world, not knowing the power that's in them. Being fine with being mediocre. You want to go back to who you were, huh, David? I'm like, fuck that, man.
In modern society, because there's so many different people you can interact with, if you go on a date and it fails, there are infinite more people to go on a date with. In a tribal system, there might have been 20 people and you can't even get through all of them. So modern society is far more forgiving of failure. And you just have to sort of neocortically realize and override that. You have to realize that you're much more running a search function to find the thing that'll work. And then that one thing will pay off in massive compounding. Once you find your mate for the rest of your life, you find your wife or your husband, then you can compound in that relationship. It's okay if you had 50 failed dates in between. The same way, once you find the one business you're meant to plow into and it'll compound returns, it's okay if you had 50 small failed ventures or 50 small failed job interviews. The number of failures doesn't matter.
It's more important to own your weaknesses. You got to really triple down on those, man. Because why? You want to become a full human being. We like to run away from weaknesses. Like for instance, if you're good at running, all you want to do is run. If you're great at reading, you have several books. But we don't do those things that we're not good at. So for me, I realized, shit, man, like I keep on running away from these things I'm not good at. I have to dive into these things. I have to become one with these things. And that's what happened. And so I own them both.
It's this little idea that we have inside of our heart, this little version of ourselves that, you know, we sort of imagine and fantasize about and think about, that we're like, man, if anybody really knew this, I'd be the greatest of all time at this. But we don't let it out because we're afraid of what we've been conditioned behaviorally to understand, which is conformity wins. And in reality, conformity doesn't win. It's authenticity. So it's counterintuitive to what people grow up with and the cultural conditioning that they deal with through the schooling process. And that's why people have such a hard time understanding what authenticity really is, and an even harder time expressing that.